Hey class, this is going to be day one of grouping the elements. We're going to do half of this section today, and then we're going to do the other half tomorrow. So it'd be nice if you had your periodic table out. Use your book, page 108, 109, as we're going through this. All right, we're going to explain why elements in a group often have similar properties, and then two, we're going to describe the properties of the elements in that group of the periodic table. We'll do about the first half, the left side of the periodic table today. Tomorrow we'll do the right side. All right, alkali metals are group 1 elements. So these are the ones that are going to be the very first group that you see. Now hydrogen's there right above it, but it is not part of this group. It's kind of a group of its own. But lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, they're all alkali metals. They all have one electron in their outer level. That is what makes them so similar. They're all very reactive. In fact, they get much more reactive as they go down the group. They all have silver color. They are known for their shininess and also low density. They're very much known for their high reactivity, though. You put them in water and they catch on fire, they buzz around, sometimes even explode. Group 2, alkaline earth metals, not alkali metals, alkaline earth metals. It is one group over, so we're moving to the right on the periodic table. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium are all members of the alkaline earth metals. This is a group that contains 2 electrons in the outer level. They're still very reactive, but they are less reactive than alkali metals because they have that extra electron. They have a silver color. They have higher densities than alkali metals. So still want to consider they are still very reactive, but not as reactive as alkali metals. All right, now we're going to move to that big middle area of the periodic table. Still, all the metals, these are your transition metals. Some of the transition metals are the most common metals, what we generally think of when we think of metals: gold, zinc, copper, silver, mercury, platinum, titanium. So these are some of the metals that some of the elements that we generally think of as these are metals. Now, the properties vary pretty widely. They generally have 1 or 2 electrons in their outer level. Not a definite amount, like group 1 definitely has 1, group 2 definitely has 2. These are your least reactive of all the metals. Some of them actually exist in Earth as the element form. They're known for their shininess, good conductors of heat and electricity. They are malleable, ductile. They're your typical metals. That's what transition metals are. All right, lanthanides and actinides are the next part. This is, if you look at the bottom 2 rows, they're pulled out of the periodic table. They fit in right where lanthanum and actinium are, but they pull them down out of the periodic table so they fit on a piece of paper. They're named by the elements that are right before them, lanthanum and actinium, which makes it the top row of those, the lanthanides, and then the bottom row is the actinides. The first row are a lot like alkaline earth metals. The lanthanides, very similar. So they're reactive, not as reactive as alkaline earth metals, and have general properties just like alkaline earth metals. Actinides, they're kind of known for their radioactivity. You have uranium, and they're your heaviest elements, naturally occurring elements. Most of them are actually man-made. All right, let's finish off with the boron group for this lesson. The boron group, aluminum is the most common element from group 13, so halfway there. We're halfway on the periodic table. Now we still have some metals in here in group 13. One very common one, aluminum. We have gallium, which is a really neat metal in itself. It melts in your hand. Indium, thallium, and then one of the man-made elements. Aluminum is the most common element in group 13. It does have your first metalloid, though. It contains 1 metalloid and 5 metals. They are known for having 3 electrons in their outer level, which is why you still have a lot of metals in this group. They are reactive, and they are all solids at room temperature. You can see boron here. It's a metalloid, and the other ones are your metals. You can see the gallium melting there. All right, tomorrow we will start with the carbon group and the other half of the periodic table.